So while the manhunt for Ryan Jenkins going on, this case had broken open in the news. On all the celebrity pages, it was on, ABC, NBC, CBS.
Police say 28-year-old Jasmine Fiore was strangled.
The media coverage surrounding Jasmine's death was really brutal. This came at a time when there was all kinds of new tabloid media chasing the story. People were searching for nude photos of her online. It was like one of the top searches. It just goes to show, the appetite for how sensational this case was.
You can't listen to the radio or turn on the TV without seeing it. I mean, even I was dumbfounded about how this became such a big story.
Police have found some key evidence in the case of murdered model Jasmine Fiore.
We were doing search warrants. We put a rush on it. We got Jasmine's cell phone number, and we got Ryan's cell phone number. That immediately gives me not only photographs and videos, but it gives me the text messages. And we found out the day before she died, they went to a poker tournament in San Diego.
We had a team of detectives go to San Diego to investigate the poker tournament and the hotel where they stayed.
And it turns out that the hotel has an extensive video system. That's the smoking gun. That allowed us to piece together Jasmine's final moments with Ryan Jenkins and figure out what happened to Jasmine. On August 13th, 2009, we see them arriving at 3:28 in the afternoon. We see Jasmine's car pulling up. They took her Mercedes. We see them get out of the vehicle. We see all their luggage being loaded onto one of those luggage dollies. One of the pieces of luggage is the same piece of luggage that her body was found in. So they're staying on the ground floor. They go to their room. We don't see them again till 6:25 when they're leaving the hotel room, and both of them are decked out for a night to go out to this poker tournament.
So we learned during the poker tournament, she was texting a
New person of interest.
gentleman of the name of Robert Hasman, the former boyfriend.
Robert Hasman was a high-end realtor in greater Las Vegas. He showed her the finer side of life at the very highest of levels. On the night she goes missing, she sends a text to Robert Hasman saying, "Send a plane for me. Come get me. I'm coming back to Vegas to be with you. I am done with Ryan Jenkins."
At the poker tournament, Ryan and Jasmine started getting into an argument to the point where they decided they needed to go.
They went after hours to this nightclub / hotel called the Ivy.
They arrived at the Ivy around 12:30 a.m. Witnesses from the Ivy say they really started getting into an argument at this point, and I think it's because he may have discovered the text messages she had been sending to her ex-boyfriend, Robert Hasman. And so Robert Hasman said that the last text message he received from Jasmine was, "Suck it," which was out of characteristics with everything she had been texting him up to that point.
And we know who sent that text. Ryan Jenkins sent that text.
According to witnesses, they leave the Ivy at 1:30 a.m. in the morning. They go back to pick up her vehicle. At the poker tournament, this is the last time anyone sees Jasmine Fiore. She's not upset, she's not crying. They left the casino at 2:30 in the morning. We don't see Ryan Jenkins again until 4:30 in the morning, roughly those times. So there's a 2-hour period missing here. We realized something happened. From the time they left where the poker tournament was to the time we next see him running to his hotel room, he looks panicked and in a rush.
You can see what the catalyst for Jenkins' rage and jealousy was, because when we look at her phone after the fact, she had been texting Robert all night long, saying, "I'm coming back to Vegas. I want to be with you."
And he's just like, "How could you do this to me? You're my love, you're my life." He snaps, and he beats her. The video surveillance never shows Jasmine entering the room. But we know that the parking lot is right behind their room. They have a small patio, and you have access directly to the patio from the parking lot. We searched the room. We didn't find anything in the room. The room had already been serviced by the maid service. But on the back patio, we found slivers of hair and a little bit of blood, which matches that of Jasmine Fields. And we see Ryan running around frantically, coming into the room. This indicates to us that she was not able to walk on her own, and he didn't want to bring her through the hotel lobby. Takes her onto the porch, runs around, goes into the room with his passkey, opens the back door, and brings her inside the room. Next time we see Ryan leaving the room, he doesn't have his jacket on, he doesn't have his shirt on, he's got like a t-shirt on. But I see him leave the room and he's looking up and down the hallway. And there's an adagio directly across from the room. I guess that's where they keep the linens. After watching the video surveillance, they retrieved what was put on top of the adagio, and it was the phone receiver for the hotel phone inside the room. Because it wasn't inside the room, Ryan Jenkins had disconnected it and put it on top of the adagio. Which works into our timeline that we discovered. That's because she was alive at that time. He'd have both the cell phones. He takes the phone out of the room so she can't possibly make any telephone calls. Because if she was already dead, he wouldn't have done that. And then he goes with an ice bucket to go get ice. And after he gets his ice, he comes back to the room. The ice machine's not covered by video, but he had an ice bucket and he came back. And it would make sense because now he needs to pack her with ice, going, oh, baby, baby, put this on your face, let the swelling go down. And according to witnesses who were in rooms opposite of theirs, they're arguing. He cannot obviously convince her not to press charges, not to call the police. And he snaps.